So you ask yourself, what insane person sits outside in what is a lightning storm? Thunderstorm. Looks like it's dry lightning because we don't have any precipitation coming down. So, and your answer is this girl. Oh my gosh. Is it my 4th year on booktube? Has it really been 4 years? Wow. Kat and I started our channels, I think 4 years ago. Oh my goodness. She was so little then, but we started it both because we've been watching a lot of booktube. I mean, we were obsessed. She'd come home from middle school before, while she had a snack and before her dance classes and stuff. And so at one point she just said, she could start a channel of her own. And I was like, sure, honey. Never thought. Within, I think, like a week or two, I joined her. You guys know we did all the unboxings, right? And did some fun book tags together. And Bella right now, my youngest, is reading all of the Mortal Instrument series that she's kind of hopped all over the place. So I've challenged the 3 of them I want to do kind of a sit-down discussion, or maybe like a book tag where the 3 of us talk about like what we love in the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices and the Dark Artifices, and of course now whatever the heck it's called, the Chain of Gold one, because all 3 of us have read or will have read all the books, and I thought it'd be fun, to do something. So, and if you're missing my big red cherry shelf, it's gone, and I'm really excited for some new stuff that's going to come, but it's going to take a couple of weeks. So you're going to see me kind of sitting in awkward places like this, my outside patio, having bookish discussions with you guys. I hope that's okay for now, but the bookish shelf will be back, but it'll look different. So, and I'm excited about that because I know some people, I made a comment on Instagram and some of my friends were like, but we like that shelf. And I'm like, I know, but what you didn't see is how wonky it was and where it kind of bent, and it's good that it's gone. Anyhow, let me see. What am I here for? What am I doing? It's what I ask the kids all the time because I forget. Oh yeah, it's Booktubeathon. I mean Reading Rush. And it was the first readathon that Kat and I both joined in. I think we joined in the very first year. So I had her send me, trying to pull it up. Yes, Kat, your mom is this lame. Read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. So I think this was one of Kayla's book of the months for her book club, the Not So Dead or whatever it's called book club. And I really wanted to read a book by this author. It's Riley Sager, and it's Home Before Dark. My birthstone is Emerald. Those of you who participated in Chickletathon know that the reason I picked May is because that's my birthday month, and so it was a gift to myself. But I think this is like the 3rd or 4th or 5th Riley Sager book. Who knows? It's about a rambling Victorian estate in Vermont. Oh yeah, where when she was young, our protagonist Maggie, her parents fled in the middle of the night because stuff happened, and I think her dad or someone passes away. Anyway, she inherits the estate and has to go back 25 years after the events that led them to leave this Victorian place, haunted, I imagine. I will share with you, for those of you that have not watched all my videos, is, I hope it's not horror, and sometimes I get scared. It's true. My kids will tell you, I have scared myself by reading books. I am just like, was it Phoebe or Rachel or Joey that would put the book in the freezer? That's me. This may end up in my freezer because I get scared very easily. So that's book number 1. I'm going to double up and triple up on books because let's face it, I'm never, ever going to read 7 books. I watched Peter Likes Books video. Peter, I adore you. I love the fact that he's really honest about not being able to read all 7 books. So read a book that starts with the word the. The Fine Art of Losing Control by Ashley Shepard is about a girl who fails her Foundations of Western Art class. Her ex-boyfriend sends naked pictures of herself to like all his friends. Her roommate hates her. Her mom and stepdad are having a baby, and she decides to go to New Zealand to find her father. Also some madcap stuff, including a brief encounter with a cult and an emergency landing occur. I think I'm gonna like this just based on the madcap feel of it, but it begins with the. So there's that. Oh, and also this was the first book I touched because literally it was on my haul pile. The wind's getting worse, you guys. Oh, and it's probably the book I'm going to read outside of my house. I know it's really, really thick, but it's not that bad. It's 351 pages. I figure that, you know, if I sit outside like 5 times, I sit outside every morning. And if I just bring this along with my morning coffee, I should be done in like 5 days, hopefully. Read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of. Scary thrillers, potential horror too. Read a book that takes place on a different continent from where you live, New Zealand. See how we're doing this? It's so awesome. Read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen. I am stumped for this, and I think I'll just throw in a book. Kat's going to read Dumplin', but I read the book first, and I really honestly can't think of a book, of a movie that I've seen or a show based on a book that I haven't read yet. This is hard for bookworms, isn't it? So I'm going to have to think on that one because I truly don't know. So that's it. Green starts with a book, the word the. Read a book of a movie you've already seen. Read the first book you touch. Read a book completely outside. Read a book in a genre you've always to read more of. Read a book that takes place on a different continent where you live. Look, Kat, I did it. I'm going to read 2 books, you guys. So awesome. I think I can actually do this one this time. What do you think? Let me know if you guys are participating in Reading Rush this year. And thanks so much for all your support. I really love this little corner of All Things Equilateral viewers and some fast friends that I've made. And look for a book haul coming soon because I'm going to do one here, you know, as soon as the thunder stops.